Okay, so Jeremy Fowler just released a report that said one Eagles player told him that it's starting to feel like 2023. Meanwhile, Kevin Patullo's last press conference really backfired on him after a video came out showing that three third down plays versus the Giants were the exact same thing. So much to break down, including will the Eagles defense be facing Carson Wentz or JJ McCarthy? Plus, CJ Garner Johnson released by the Ravens and hinting he wants to be an Eagle. But first, as I was about to hit upload, Eagles came out to practice and we got some crazy breaking good news. Jalen Carter, Landon Dickerson, but the most important one of all, Quinyon Mitchell, are all at practice, and it's only Wednesday, which is a great sign. We need Quinyon Mitchell on the field versus the Vikings. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. If you rock with the Philadelphia Eagles, do your boy a favor, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. Now, look, I don't want to keep talking about the ugly Giants loss. I'm on to the Vikings, which we will break down from here on out the rest of the week and hear some more Eagle news and rumors because I do think Howie Roseman is going to be on the phones figuring out what teams are trying to blow it up, trade, get draft capital, and we are going to acquire somebody, but we won't do it unless the Eagles come out here and beat the Minnesota Vikings to get back in the win column. With that being said, Kevin Patullo's press conference yesterday was more frustrating than all the other pressers because he kept dodging questions and saying things that just sounded crazy. For example, Eagle Nation tweeted, Kevin Patullo says he'd like to run the ball more. He notes there's been a good amount of RPOs where passes have been successful, but says they need to grow in that area. Now, the average watcher says, we got to grow in that area. Maybe we're throwing it instead of running it with Saquon or Jalen Hurts. But the stats say we've only attempted 12 RPOs through the first 6 weeks. But that's not all. He said something along the lines, I'm not quoting him here, but when it's 3rd and 7 or more, we really don't have plays to get it. What? So you're giving up every 3rd and long? And if you want to be better on 1st and 2nd, so you don't got 3rd and long, it's up to you to call better plays. Bro, honestly, when I saw this Brian Baldinger breakdown that I'm about to show you, I lost it. 3 plays on 3rd down, all were the same.
To say that the Eagles' offense is predictable might be an understatement. Like, this is 3rd and 10 against the Giants. All right, there's Goddard going out. All right, so they're in a 2-by-2 set, okay? Now, you're going to have Goddard and Smitty running stops at 5 yards. And then AJ, all right, and Dotson are going to go vertical. All right, there they are. Now, they throw it underneath to Goddard. He catches it for 5 yards. All right, 4th and 5. All right, here he goes. Here's a 3rd and 8. The exact same motion. Here comes Goddard going out to a 2-by-2 set. Goddard and AJ. All right, we got Dotson and we got Smitty. Here's the exact same combination right here on 3rd and 8. Stops. All right, mirrored routes. All right, stops and vertical down here. Stops and vertical up there. And the pass rush gets to Jalen. They get sacked. Now here we go. 3rd and 3. Here we go. 2-by-2. All right. There we are. 2 stacks. Here we go. Mirrored routes. Exact same stops right there. Giants just sitting on top of them in 2 verticals. Mirrored routes. Same concept. Same play. And this time Jalen just checks it down out on the outside to Saquon, and he takes a 1-yard loss. To say it's predictable isn't even close to being accurate. It's like you can almost guarantee what it's going to be.
Oh, my bad. This is what happens when I watch the Eagles. In all seriousness, he's been saying the same thing for 6 weeks. It was okay early on, but take some accountability. Call yourself out. Say you got to be better. The one thing I will say that came from this presser that didn't come from others is that he said they had a great offensive meeting and they feel good about it. So if we see this offense look the same versus the Vikings in a must win, then there's really no hope. So again, let's hope and pray that Sunday's offense comes to play. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Introducing Lumi for men, and we named him Mando, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to block odor all day and controls odor for 72 hours on pits, feet, privates, between your butt cheeks. So here's the odor controlling math. 12 hours after a shower with soap, the average armpit and nether region had an odor score of 8 and 5 out of 10. 12 hours after a shower with soap and applying Mando, those odor scores were 0. How do you like them apples?
It's a no-brainer to go get your Mando products. Why not stop BO, sweat, and all that stuff before it gets there? My favorite gotta be the deodorant, Mount Fuji. It comes with a body wash. It comes with a cream. And they even have whites for your pits, packages, and feet. Again, when you get out of the shower, you hit yourself up so you can last 12 hours without anything coming back. Stay fresh with Mando. So right now, new customers can get 20% off site-wide with promo code PhillyMike at shopmando.com or 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. I got mine. Go get yours. Again, link in the description and or go to shopmando.com. Use promo code PhillyMike. Get your Mando. So here's the exact words that was said in the Jeremy Fowler article. He said, and I quote, "I was at the game against the Giants on Thursday night and definitely sense concern. One player told me that this is starting to feel like 2023 meltdown all over again when the Philadelphia Eagles lost 5 of their last 6 games, and the team needs to use this week to figure things out and avoid a full-blown repeat." Now again, he said starting to feel like, so no one said it is exactly 2023 all over again. They also said that we have to use this week. So the player that said it, if it's true, now Jeremy Fowler don't normally just make things up, but if it is true, the player clearly thinks that this is a make or break week. And I know we got injuries and we're going to eventually get guys back, but losing 2 games in a row is one thing, but 3 losses in a row after the narrative all week was, is 2023 coming back around? Is this play caller way over his head, blah, 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 blah. We have an opportunity to put up or shut up. Whoever's on the field needs to show that this Eagles team is not the 2023 team. We're also not the 2024 team, but we can win and we can compete. We're missing a lot of people from the 2024 season, but this team is still Philly strong, and it has to start this Sunday. Nick Sirianni called into WIP yesterday and tried to explain why he believes it's not 2023, because that was the question he got asked. Let me know if this makes you feel any better.
So how do we know that this 2-game slide isn't the 2023 slide?
How do you know it's not the 24 slide? Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand. I understand where you guys are at. We're doing everything we can do to fix it and to get better. I can just tell you this, I don't know if this will ease your fears, and I don't expect it to, but we're doing everything we can as coaches. It was great to have a kind of a mini bye to be able to do some things there. Yeah. And I know the players are doing everything that they can do to help themselves get better fundamentally, better as players. And everybody has that mindset that, there's a hunger mindset on this football team. And that's what you expect with the people that we have in this building, just the obsession with winning and getting better. And we have that throughout the building, coaches and players.
Flipping things over to the Eagles roster moves made yesterday. They released wide receiver Javon Baker and running back Aldrick Esteen. So that means they got 2 spots on the practice squad open and still 1 spot remaining on the official 53-man roster. How we make some phone calls. Starting with CJ Gardner-Johnson. Adam Schefter tweeted yesterday, Ravens are releasing CJGJ after the safeties agent Kevin Connor and Ravens official came to a amicable mutual decision per Connor. It continued to say that CJGJ wanted to play and the Ravens didn't have a spot for him, so he wanted to be let go. CJ Garnett-Johnson also tweeted yesterday, I just want to take a moment to thank all the teams I've been a part of, coaches, teammates, and everyone who supported me along the way. Every experience has helped me grow on and off the field. I'm truly grateful for all the opportunities and memories. Football has always been a big part of who I am, and my passion for the game is still strong. I'm excited to keep working, improving, and continuing to play the sport I love. Hashtag God's plan. That tweet is showing growth off the field. Could that change the Eagles' mind? Also, CJ Gardner-Johnson liked a tweet that says, bring back CJ Gardner-Johnson to the Eagles. That was made by Chat Sports Eagles host Chase Sr. He then also followed Chase Sr., who reports on the Eagles. To me, liking and retweeting a post that was already going viral with the Eagles tagged in it lets me know that he wants to come back. Again, it got to be up to Howie Roseman. I think the beef really was between him and Slay. He's gone. I know Q's his boy, but I don't know. Right now, I'm looking for anything and everything to help this Eagles team. And CJ Gardner-Johnson proves to help this team every time he's on the squad. Real quick though, since I was talking about how the Bills lost 2 in a row and has similar offensive stats to the Eagles, but are still getting treated as Super Bowl contenders, where the Eagles are like, the collapse is happening, the collapse is happening. Look at 2K Say on Twitter for pointing this out. The Super Bowl favorite Buffalo Bills have beaten the 1-5 Ravens, the 0-6 Jets, the 1-5 Dolphins, and the 1-5 Saints. But the collapsing Philadelphia Eagles have beaten the 4-2 Rams, the 5-1 Bucks, the 3-3 Chiefs, and the 2-3-1 Cowboys. Who's had a harder schedule and has the same record with 2 losses back to back? Don't tell me. Tell the national media they never give them the same energy. Lastly, we found out that JJ McCarthy will not start for the Vikings, so the Eagles will be playing against Carson Wentz. This video actually was released on Wednesday. YouTube removed it 8 minutes after it was uploaded, but they finally gave me the go-ahead to put it back up. Just changing the end up a little bit because we now know we're playing Carson Wentz. Can't really break it down, but I will be live for the game. Eagles versus Vikings, Sunday at 1 o'clock. Sorry for any inconvenience, but your boy Philly Mike's back. We out.